in this tutorial we will configure our first product in WooCommerce. So we're going to go to products and add a new product. We're going to call our product test roller, and we're going to set a product image, and let me take some pictures, and I'm going to take this. I'm going to set that. I can also add more pictures, so I'm going to add more pictures and I'm going to add them too. And I just added. I'm going to choose the category roller, and I don't have, as you can see, I have no prices set up, and I have to go to blind price grid on the left side. I'm going to first select the price grid that we just added. I'm going to specify a fabric code. This is the fabric code that your supplier is giving to you, or something that you have a generic. This is required when you do EDI integration. So we're going to call this one fab code 1. Now, the product code is the way your supplier, when you do EDI integration, has been calling this as a product. So each supplier might have different codes the way they specify. So in this case, I'm going to specify these just roller, and I'm going to have the option to select no or yes if this product has a sample option. So that means I'm going to allow this customer to order samples or not. So let's first leave it like no. So we're going to publish our first product. And now we're going to see how our product looks like. As you can see, there is no option to configure a product, and that is because by default WooCommerce will not display any module until they have a price. So in our case, we must go back to the product and put just £1, nothing more. It's quite simple, just a value, any value will do it. And after that, we just refresh our page, and as you can see, it says starting at £1, because that's what we put it. So we can go back and say this product, the minimum value is around 1650. Yep, so okay. Then this is what's going to display in our product, starting at 1650. Right, so we can do as you can see, we can do unit in millimeters, centimeters, or inches, but all of these will be converted in millimeters when we'll do EDI integration. So I can see that I done a wrong spelling. That's right. So as you can see on this product, there is a minimum and a maximum and a minimum weight and drop, and that is because that's how our price grid is. If our price grid will be bigger or shorter, you will show that here reflect on the product. So in our case, let's assume we're going to do this. We're going to try to get a price. As you can see, we're going in alert that we cannot do this. So what's the minimum can be between 610 and 2.7, because that's how we configured our price grid. So let's do 1000 by 1000, and then we can try this. So you can see the promotional price, because we made some changes. That's not. As you can see, my promotional price is a little bit more than I can afford for a blind. I mean, more than anyone will pay, and that is because in WooCommerce there's a little bit of settings that you must do. So you must go to WooCommerce, and you must go to settings, and in here you must use a dot instead of a comma, and let's do the same here as well. Actually, we can have a dot and a dot here, and now after we save and let's calculate again. As you can see, my price changed. This is the way we have configured the price grid, and because the price grid has a dot and not a comma, this is how this is interpreting the pricing is showing a little bit wrong. So if you make that change, everything works perfectly and won't be any much of issues. And the price is $22.35 because it has a discount which we applied a bit earlier. If we go back to our product configurator, sorry, to the product price grid. And if we go back to module and we go to price grid, and then we saying there is no more discount, and we go back to our product and we calculate again, there you see there is no more discount active because we just decided to remove that. But as you remember, we also done some dependable options. In our case, we had the motorized, and as you remember, right side, left side doesn't show anything. However, if we click motorized and we also choose a remote, we get a different price because based on our top grid, it's going to add the motorized option plus the remote. So if we change that, it's a little bit more expensive. We can add it to basket and we can continue shopping, or we can actually have a look to see what's been added. As you can see, we have the unit, we have the width, drop, the fabric measurements we choose, and all these options which are required. So we could proceed with the checkout. So let's actually do that. I need to enter some details. So I have added my details and I place it mode. What we're going to do next, we're going to go back to our product. And we're going to come back to our products. We're going to edit our product. And into our product, we go back to, we're going to specify price grid, and we're going to specify that you can also purchase a sample. And we're going to update that. And we're going to go to view the product. And there is a button called order free sample. Click on it. It will ask you, it's going to say that you save $16.50 because that's the total of the blind. And then you have an estimate which is zero cost. You proceed with that, and then you just place your order. Now if we go back to our account and manage and view our orders, as you can see, we have some orders that we just made, and we have an order which is processing because this is our order sample, and then we have an on hold order which is our the customer order, and then we can see all the parameters of the product which the customer has been ordering, and we can see the fabric code, we can see the product. The customer cannot see this information, but we can see that. We can see the cost per remote, we can see the cost per motorized option, so we can see that because that's required for our product. Let's have a look at the sample order. So if we go to order, you can also see the sample. What's going to happen if you place an order for a product called roller and then you enable the sample? When the customer is going to place orders for your samples, you will add this in top of your product code. You will add a roller.sample and the fabric code. This way it's easier for you to understand when you're looking at this order which product this fabric has been and what's the code of your fabric, allowing you easier to understand this is a sample as well if you send this to your supplier. And in the next tutorial, we will cover the supplier setup. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, just hit the like button.